What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? You're listening to the Show the Art podcast. We're your host. My name is Ames. Alongside with me is my main man. We're currently at his crib, his cribbles. I've never said cribbles. I don't know I said that. We're not going to edit it out. We're at his house. Abe.
Yo.
What's going on, dog?
What's up, man?
How was your trip?
Good, man. How was your trip?
Here, it was nice.
How was the ride over?
So Abe just came back from the DR, the Dominican Republic. I think you're shooting for a wedding, correct?
Yeah, Sarah was shooting a wedding. I was her helper.
Nice.
It was fun.
Nice.
It was fun. It's great to be away from this New Jersey
The hustle and bustle.
minus 40-degree weather.
Yeah. I don't get how it gets so cold. I don't know. Like, I don't get weather anymore. Usually, you see it kind of inch in, or not inch in, it transition. You see it transition.
Yeah.
Really nicely into, not really nicely, but into
We're used to a good transition.
Yeah. Now it goes from like one day over here, it'll be like, it was right before this month, it was like 70, and then it hit 40.
Dude,
and
it
then
goes
be
up
80.
and down like Olympic
Yeah.
high jump. Like
Up and down.
like one day you're right here, the next day, boom, you're up there.
You're up there. Just like, I couldn't think of a joke. Damn. I was trying to think of a steroid user up and down. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so what do you want to get into?
Yeah.
There's a few things that we could talk about. First things up, let's speak on the some
news.
cards, some news.
What are we talking
matches.
about? MMA.
MMA. We're talking MMA. Some matches that we got that just came up recently. What I saw last night, I might be a little late on it, but I saw there's going to be a women's title match.
Yes.
With the one and only Cyborg Santos
versus
Holly Holm.
Oh man, this is the
damn time, man.
This is the fight. This is the fight everybody's been clamoring over.
Yeah,
that's
a great word.
Thank you.
We've been clamoring for it.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And this is like the fight to make. Holly Holm, she had a weird losing streak.
Yeah.
Right? Like a 3-fight losing streak.
Yep.
But that's not who she is as a fighter, and she lost some controversial fights too. So, fast forward now, she's still looked at as top at least 5 female fighters, period, in the world.
Definitely.
And Cyborg is number 1. So this is the fight that we were looking for because they're equal sizes, at least very close. And this is a fight that I've always said, Holly Holm, one thing that she has to her advantage that many women don't have is using the reach and using the length as a fighter. And that can disrupt a lot of fighters, especially the aggressive ones.
Yes.
As we saw with Ronda.
Exactly.
So this is how I feel the same, this kind of same fight can help her out against Cyborg.
That's what I was going to ask him, like, if she, I think the onslaught of Cyborg is way different from Ronda, but before that Ronda fight, we thought no one could take on that onslaught that Ronda was going to bring.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, here's the difference. Cyborg is much more of a developed striker than Ronda has. Granted, in Cyborg's early fights, probably 1 through 10, she was Vanderlei Silva.
Yeah.
She was reckless abandonment, and she would murk girls with straight up like raw aggression.
Yeah.
And just so much like forward movement and
you just couldn't stop her.
Couldn't stop her. Now, if you watch her, she's a much more well-rounded striker, much more developed, much more patient, very strategic. You could see the strategy, you could see the setups, very accurate now, and just as powerful.
Yeah.
And she, at the back of everybody's minds, if she's picking you apart, at any time she could just go ham on you
and let loose,
which she still does. So that's why she's the best female fighter out there. And not to mention, her ground game is legit.
Yeah. So it's just one of those, like, you're in trouble. Whatever pill you take, it's poisoned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you're going to go with Cyborg.
I'm still going with Cyborg, but if anybody could beat Cyborg, my money's on Holly Holm.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy now? Well, I think this Rose Namajunas win over JJ just kind of puts in the back of your head anything can happen.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen it a lot of times with a lot of upsets, but now it's just every time I want to say this is surefire, I think of Rose and what she did against JJ, who we're going to say who could have been like the GOAT.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing. I believed in Rose.
Okay.
Right? I've been watching Rose. I've been studying Rose. If you watch her private videos, not the like UFC promoted ones,
Yeah.
and you see what her and her coaches are doing as far as like footwork and the type of training they're doing and her mindset, you believe her.
True.
You believe.
Gotcha.
You believe that camp. You believe that she comes from a good camp and that she's doing all the right things. You believe. But if you think, oh, I told you so, no. That's you couldn't tell us that.
You can't.
Because I believe that Rose could do damage, and I believe that Rose had the abilities to beat JJ, but my money was on, and everybody's money was on JJ.
It's one of those, like, I would only listen to people who picked Rose but gave, like, a solid reason why.
Yes.
Some people just want to pick Rose just to say, oh, I told you so.
I like Rose,
Exactly.
yeah, and I don't like how JJ's been acting now and blah blah blah.
Exactly, it has nothing to do with the whole fight game. So if you did, props to you, kudos to you, because you're probably the 1%, if even, that picked Rose to win.
Yeah, and I was honestly, Ames, I was flip flopping between Rose and JJ.
Oh, interesting.
Because Rose has a style about her. You know, she picks your pocket. She moves in and out. She slides in and out. She's a little longer than JJ, but. My money was on JJ, man.
Yeah.
It can't not be.
That's very interesting that you say that, because you've been such a big Rose fan JJ for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's when you would reference a female fighter, it would always be JJ.
Yeah.
So now hearing you say that it was a tough one to pick shows, like, you know what I mean?
It was, when you consider on paper.
Yeah.
JJ.
Yeah.
But when you look at everything, you're like, whoa, Rose has got a chance.
Yeah.
But if I did pick Rose, not in a million years would I said first round knockout.
No.
I would have said probably decision. She can beat her in a decision, or she could snag her in a submission.
True.
Because she's known for that, for creating a scramble and winning. What do you think about the whole JJ? I like how she handled after the fight, because everybody kept asking her, like, was it this? Was it that? She's like, listen, don't put it on the UFC.
Yep.
I did enough media, but it wasn't. Don't put it on them. Don't blame it on them. Don't compare me to Ronda Rousey. It's not that my emotions got to me. She's like, I lost.
And she said she had one of the best training camps. Even if she didn't, I like the fact that she said she had the best training camp. She left no
stone unturned.
Exactly.
Yeah. And she kept referencing, and I love that. That's the best way to lose, right? But I love that she kept referencing her work. And I think people got it misconstrued, because I was listening to people's reactions to that. She's like, I made a mistake at work.
Okay.
Now, look, she's speaking as a mistake, because people then kept asking her, what was the mistake? If you made a mistake, what was the mistake? She was like, well, it's not a mistake. I couldn't find my range, and I didn't feel great. My head wasn't totally there, but she caught me. You know, it's the shot I didn't see. I didn't see it coming. She wasn't saying there was a, but her point was it's a metaphor.
Yeah, I gotcha.
When she stepped inside the cage, that's her job.
Yeah.
She's going to work. And sometimes at work,
you make a mistake.
You make a mistake, and you go home that day like, fuck. I messed up today. I made a mistake. I lost today. I messed up the job. I'll come back tomorrow and improve. Yeah. Unfortunately, in MMA, you only have 3 days of work a year, sometimes only 2. Whereas you and I have 300.
We have plenty chances to clean up our podcast.
Exactly.
If we mess up on this podcast, like, you know what? Like, if you hear our first couple, there's probably a whole bunch of mistakes. But now we get to clean up. So if we get a mess up, we get next week. We're like, okay, let's improve on that.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
But theirs is magnified, as it should be, because it's only 2 or 3 days a year. So she's just saying, she's just quantifying it in a sense that we can understand, because we go to work every day.
Some people just can't understand.
Yeah, but it's even more powerful that she treats it just like that. It's just a mistake.
Yeah.
Not that I made a mistake and Rose capitalized on it, which in the root of it all, that is what martial arts is all about, is you capitalizing on mistakes. If you don't know that, you probably don't train, or you probably haven't trained that long.
Yeah.
But most of martial arts is you enforcing your game plan, but also capitalizing on people's mistakes, whether they're glaring or not. Anyway, the fact that she turned the page and said it's a mistake at work, we'll improve on it next time, means she's not going to go on a losing streak.
Yeah.
It means that she's not going to end up like some of our fallen.
Yeah.
That
she's too good. She mentally, you hear when she talks. She's just too strong mentally to go on. She might go on a losing streak, but I don't think it's going to be because of that. the mentality. You
Sure,
know what I mean? She
sure.
might get caught again. But let's stick with former champions because I saw another matchup
Like me.
that got me excited.
Yeah.
Former champions.
Yeah, me.
Champions. CHAMP eons. Okay, so we got Michael Bisping
Yes.
coming back at it, man, against Kelvin Gastelum. That's a sexy matchup.
I
man.
like that.
That's one of those like, yo, I'm not trying to rest. I'm not trying to retire. I'm
Mhm.
trying to get back at it.
I'm trying to
'Cause
get in it.
That's a tough matchup.
That's a good matchup.
Yeah, that's a great matchup.
That's a great
That gets
matchup.
me excited.
Definitely. And two things happen.
Mhm.
One, Michael Bisping gets to redeem his own self
Yes.
from losing to one of the GOATs,
Mhm.
GSP,
Yep.
which was an amazing thing. We don't
Yeah.
even have to talk about it because
No.
it was like, you know what
Because
it
it was
is.
it was that good.
And it's been talked about
Yeah.
by now. But he gets to redeem himself, but he also gets to redeem himself against someone who's legit, so he can have another fight against somebody legit.
Yeah.
You would assume, okay, Michael Bisping is talking about retirement. He wants to retire very soon.
Yeah, we talked about it too.
Yeah.
Like he'll get someone. Yeah, but
No.
go on.
He wants to stick with the Wolves.
Yeah.
He wants to stick with battling it out.
Yeah.
And this is great for Kelvin Gastelum
Mhm.
because this guy is on the hunt for a title shot. He just lost to Chris Weidman.
He needs that name
contender.
recognition.
Yes, this is another contender that he can defeat. In fact, him beating Michael Bisping now
Mhm.
means more than had he beat Chris Weidman, a few months
true.
ago.
Okay.
Because Michael Bisping was just the champ. Chris
Yeah.
Weidman was on a 3 or 4 fight losing streak
Yes.
after losing his
Big
belt.
difference.
So, we'll see. I mean, I like the matchup. It's
Me
an
too.
interesting matchup.
Right now, who do you pick winning?
Bisping.
Yeah, me too.
But Kelvin, man,
Yeah.
the guy's an animal.
He's one of those. Kelvin was kind of on that rise, the same as Tony Ferguson. Like
Mhm.
when you look at him, you don't really see like star power, but you just can't deny him.
Yeah.
Like he'll keep whoever you put in front of him, he'll just knock him off
Yeah.
and just ask for that title
And
shot.
he's a worker.
Yeah.
He's a worker. If he beats people,
Yeah.
he squashes people.
Yeah. That
And then when he loses, it's like,
Mhm.
it happens.
it's one of those. I don't think Michael Bisping can get him tired because Kelvin works
True.
just as hard. So it's gonna be like that striking, like who could, like
Yeah.
you said earlier, who could capitalize off that mistake.
And this is a main event fight, 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So we'll see. I mean, here's the thing: that one of the I guess problems in Kelvin's last fight that
Mhm.
that kind of came to surface was the size difference.
True.
He's a welterweight moving up to middleweight, but he's more like
He's at Cormier,
he's at Cormier.
right?
We're like welterweight, he's just a little tiny too big.
Yeah.
But heavyweight, but heavyweight, he's a little or middleweight, he's a little tiny
He's like
too
a
small.
like a hybrid tweener.
He should be like a 165er
Yeah.
if they had that weight
if they
class.
did, yeah.
So, or not 165, 180
Well, yeah.
or 175. Sorry,
Whatever in the
175.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what the
I was like 165. That's a leg.
yeah, because like a few months ago, maybe earlier in the year,
Mhm.
I think the California Athletic Commission or
Okay.
or whatever the Athletic Commission passed that MMA organizations can now utilize the weight classes of 65, 75, 85, 90.
Nice.
Yeah, so now they can do it. So UFC at any time can adopt those weight classes.
Dope.
They
Let's
choose not to.
Okay, let's take. What are your thoughts on that? Would you like to see the addition of those weight classes?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Because it's like, well, they do it at the lighter weights.
Mhm.
They don't do it at the heavy weights. When you have too many belts, they don't mean as much.
Yeah.
Each one.
Mhm.
That's one. 2, the heavier you go, the bigger the size, right?
Yeah.
The more of a room we have.
Okay.
Right? The smaller guys, when you're small,
That size difference.
that size difference is because if I'm 150 pounds, let's just look at the numbers.
Mhm.
If I'm 150 pounds, 10 pounds is a big percent compared to 10 pounds at 200 pounds.
True.
It's a bigger percentage.
True.
So a bigger percentage of your body means we need to work with tighter weight classes.
Yeah.
So that's why I get it. Like when you go heavier weight classes, the
It-
gap is bigger because, your 10 pounds at 155 might be the same like 15 pounds at 185.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense
Yeah,
to
that
you?
makes sense. That
Um,
definitely makes sense.
So that's
So
why
you like the UFC sticking with what they
Yeah,
have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see how some guys would benefit.
Yeah.
But
And that's what I was gonna say. I think it's few too many. I don't think there's enough guys
Exactly.
around that tweener where they're gonna kind of say, okay, let's come up with like
Hell
these
yeah.
different weight
and
classes.
Ames, let's look at it even deeper. Who are
Mhm.
the people with problems that want bigger weight classes? One, let's talk
Johnny
about
Hendricks.
Johnny Hendricks. What is his problem? No offense to him, but
Yeah.
when he misses weight,
Mhm.
he doesn't look like he's shredded wheat. He looks like he could lose a couple pounds.
and then a couple of pounds after that.
Yeah, no offense to you, Johnny Hendricks, but it
Yeah.
looks like his problem is not weight classes, it's weight cutting.
Yeah.
Or it's
Agreed.
being in shape year round.
Great point. That's a
then-
great point.
And then the Calvin Gastelum, same exact
Yeah.
thing. The guy's not shredded wheat. Now let's look at the shredded wheat guys that have a problem with weight class.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tony Ferguson's last opponent, Kevin Lee.
Yeah.
I was about to say Kevin Hart.
Same thing.
What's Kevin Hart? Kevin Lee's. Kevin Lee says he would love to see a 165
Mhm.
pound weight class.
Mhm.
Why? Because he said 155 is very hard to make. Look at your body.
Yeah.
Your body is
It's hard.
humongous.
Yeah.
It's
You're-
humongous.
You're shredded.
You're shredded and you're very overdeveloped in all sorts of places.
I would love to be overdeveloped in
You
those
know,
places.
but you know what I'm saying?
No, I get you,
Like,
Doug.
Your problem is you're overdeveloped in areas that don't really matter in MMA.
Yeah.
So what you can do is lose some muscle mass, and
Yeah.
you explain that to me. Would that make sense for him to lose some muscle mass to make up for the difference?
Yeah, it's one of those things where he's just gonna have to. It's just hard to cut when you're already. It really depends. I would like to see his body weight percentage, because once you get to like around like 3 to 5, it's
Body
tough.
fat, you
Yeah,
mean?
body fat. Like it's hard to
Mm.
it's hard to cut out all that water and
Yeah.
it's a rough cut.
Yeah.
I see where he's coming from, but he's just a big boy, so
Sure.
maybe he just has to stay.
But the thing is too, height wise, he's
Mhm.
about the same size as everybody else.
True.
At 155.
Mhm.
So it's not like he's a little taller and a little thicker,
Yeah,
but like he's not as tall as the 170 guys.
he's just in a tough spot.
He just, dude, you gotta just
Yeah.
not be as muscular.
Don't be so jacked.
Don't be so jacked. And then the guys. So like the few people that have problems with weight classes,
Yeah.
or that express their issues with weight classes, their fix isn't like it's not like something they can't control. Like Darren Till.
Yeah.
Hold on, what time is it?
It is.
Am I looking at the wrong time? It's 11:03.
11:03.
My computer
12.
clock is at 12.
No, it's
It's
11.
still on DR time.
I was like, oh, I could have McGregor time. I thought you were trying to
Yeah.
transition into something else.
But yeah, like we said, the few people that have the problems, their problem aren't like Darren Till. Darren Till, James Vick, a good example,
Yeah.
tall as hell, but like
He's
naturally
a Texas
thin,
dude, right?
Yeah, naturally thin frame. He just knocked out Joe Duffy.
Yeah.
Naturally thin frame. He could use a different weight class.
Yes.
Because he's a tall guy that just can't get jacked.
He might move up,
Yeah.
but we'll find out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Let's move on because
Yeah,
I can go
not-
about that.
yeah.
all day.
not worth it. So let's move up a few weight classes. Let's go with Woodley.
Okay.
I'm seeing right here a chance of possibly fighting Nate Diaz.
Interesting.
What do you think of that?
I don't know why they would do that.
Me neither.
First of all,
Money.
money, but like Woodley has other contenders that could fight him.
Yeah.
Like, can I name a few?
Go ahead.
Colby Covington.
Uh-huh.
Granted,
We can get into that too.
he just beat Damian Maia,
Yeah.
who's the last guy to fight for a belt.
Mhm.
He just beat that guy. So that's one. Number two, Kamaru Usman.
Oh yeah.
That guy.
He is a monster. He's a problem. That's black on
He's
black
a
crime.
problem.
That's black on black crime.
That's the type we like.
Yeah. That's what I want to watch, man.
That guy's a freaking.
He's a beast.
He's a beast. His striking is scary.
Yeah.
His striking is
That
accurate.
wrestling.
Usman. Who else is that?
Whoa,
This is welterweight, right? I just had the other guy's name in my head. Damn. Granted, there's a couple of contenders. Darren Till.
I was gonna say Darren
Boom.
Till.
Wonder Boy's in the mix still. I mean,
Our
let's
boy Wonder Boy's
let's not
back
forget,
in, baby.
his first fight against Woodley was a draw.
That was a close one.
It was a draw
Yeah.
though. So now their record of their two fights is a draw and a win to Woodley.
Mhm.
So there's still
room.
There's still room for another fight.
There's still room.
Technically, there's still room for two more
Yeah.
fights.
And the reason why, at the end of it, I think it's gonna be Nate Diaz is because this is a business.
Money.
They want to make money.
And Woodley's been clamoring for the GSP
Yeah.
fight, which he's probably not going to get unless he now gets it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get it before.
He
but
might get either. It's Nate Diaz. Woodley's gonna get a big name just because they need someone else to carry it.
Yeah.
Woodley can't carry this one on his own, so that's why I think they're gonna put Nate Diaz on. And if Nate Diaz wins, boom, you get some good money. And if
they're
Woodley,
setting it up for
McGregor.
a third fight with McGregor.
Yeah.
McGregor gets a third belt.
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
So if
Conspiracy.
that's conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Eat that. So yeah, and if Woodley wins, maybe he'll get some shine off that, some good rub off someone that big. But
if he beats, the thing is,
yeah,
him fighting Nate, it goes against everything he talks about. He talks about
one of the
people
best.
waiting in line,
Mm-hmm.
people earning their title shot. That's what he said about Wonder Boy. That's what he says about everybody. Then you go, and fight Nate, who's not even a 170-er, and he hasn't fought in like a year. And even when he fought, it was, he wasn't a contender.
Yep.
Like, you're at
Which
least
one
fight
is it?
Nick. At least fight Nick.
No, that's true. Like, which one is it? Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's,
when you know what though, there are fights that can make.
Yeah.
Here's another one. The winner of Robbie Lawler versus RDA. That guy can get a fight.
He can get it.
He can get it. There's so many fights, and then like let's say RDA wins. RDA versus Woodley, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
And RDA is not afraid to talk. He doesn't talk shit, but he talks.
He talks.
And he's got Brazil behind him. So
I
Brazil
would
versus
love to see a matchup with who'd you just mention?
RDA
and
Woodley.
That'd be a great matchup.
Now how about this rematch? Robbie Lawler versus, everybody loves seeing Robbie Lawler fight.
Yep.
And you can easily play that first Woodley fight out as like it was a fluke. He got knocked out quickly.
True.
It's not a fluke, but you know what I'm saying. There's room. We didn't see the exchanges.
They'll promote it. They'll twist some things to make you watch it.
Exactly. And here's the thing: they used to be part of the same team.
Yeah.
All right, scratch both those guys. Let's talk about Colby Covington. That guy is part of the same organization, ATT.
Mm-hmm.
You could play that off, just like we did with TJ and Kobe.
I just want to see
Cody.
Whoever Covington faces, I want the guy to give him his upcomings or his comings, whatever that term is, because I actually needed Aid to kind of fill me in. I'm like, oh, he's a bad guy. Like, why is he? Because I only saw the first 2 rounds of his fight with Damian Maia.
Uh-huh.
That's the first time I seen Maia go
bananas.
Yeah, go bananas.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to hurt,
which was beautiful because it's funny. Everybody that like loses to Woodley in a boring fight comes back and tries to demolish the next guy. Woodley, why don't you do that, bro?
Yeah, please.
No offense. No, he's a great fighter, but like Wonder Boy tried to do that. He tried to take what's his face out, Masvidal. Great fight. And
that was
the same thing what you're just talking about.
Yeah,
Kobe.
man. Damian Maia came out the gates like, hey, I want to whoop this boy, but he. Just in case anyone doesn't know who Covington is. Kobe, right? Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know who he is, what he did to kind of ruffle some feathers.
Oh, you're asking me.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Just a quick.
Okay, quickly. His last fight was against number 1 contender, Damian Maia, in Brazil.
Yep.
Main event. For the promo of the fights.
What does this boy do?
All he did was clown Damian Maia and Brazil and the Brazilian people, and he said Brazil is filthy, the people are animals. He said things like that. Like this place is a dump. I'm talking about like
that's
verbatim. This place is a dump.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I mean, if you go to Newark, New Jersey, you could say America's a dump.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you could say that.
You go to the project and say, this place, man.
No, you could say America's a dump when you go to one place.
It's not fair.
It's not fair, but he's ruffling feathers, Yeah. And then, so he said all that stuff about Brazil and the Brazilian people and the culture and blah, blah, blah. And then after the fight, after he beats their boy, main event, he does the same thing. He says, you guys are animals. This place is filthy. I can't wait to go back home and eat a steak.
This guy is
and get back to my ranch.
That guy is something else,
So they went crazy. And then, recently he got into a scuffle with Fabricio Verdum. And because Fabricio
he ain't having it.
Yeah, Fabricio was like half Brazilian.
Yeah.
And he fucking like, and Fabricio, I don't know why he keeps getting into fights with people.
Smaller guys.
With smaller guys. I don't understand it, but
if he wasn't a champion, I would give him a little more thing. But he's.
The thing is too is everyone knows Verdum as a happy guy.
Yeah.
So to make him upset, you must have done something.
You must be a douchebag.
Yeah.
You must be a d-bag to make someone. Yeah. You know what's bad. You know that you have that one friend that has all the patience in the world. Really good guy. Not high. Like
And then he gets mad. You're like, dude, you must have done something.
You must have done something wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what Kobe did, man.
Yeah.
There's a point where just like, yo, You're kind of ODing too much, man. You took what Chael and Conor doing, and you just hyped it up into you crossed that line.
True.
Basically. So GSP kind of talked about it.
GSP?
Yeah. Let me ask you what you think. He said that he's been out for 4 years, and the game's kind of changed where it's more WWE-esque, right? Not really talking about the WWE part. What are your thoughts on like all this? Like, there's a lot more shit. Little talk, shiza talk, little trash talk. What do you think of it? Are people going OD over it, or do you enjoy it? What are your thoughts?
It's the same thing as a good vacation.
Okay.
I can't enjoy a vacation if I don't work hard. If I don't work every day for months and I'm just getting stuff done.
True.
And then I get to sit down on my vacation and relax knowing that I did a good job, knowing that I worked hard.
Yeah.
It makes you enjoy the vacation. Just like at the end of the day,
it a little bit more.
Yeah, at the end, if you sat around watching TV all day, you couldn't appreciate it. But after a hard day's work,
little Stranger Things
won't hurt no. It makes you appreciate that show even more. So I think the same thing goes with trash talk in MMA. Yeah,
it's interesting.
The thing is, now it's a lot easier to get your message out, so more people are doing it. But without the few people trash talking that are good at it, we won't appreciate the true martial artists of the world, the George St. Pierres. Yeah. And without George St. Pierre, we can't appreciate the trash talkers.
True.
So we can't have all trash talkers, and we can't have all, like, I'm true to martial arts type guys. Yeah. Now, do we want to see more true to martial arts guys? Yes. And there are. But there's a few people out there that are like, I am a true martial artist inside. What I do in my personal life is one thing. I have a stage. I'm a performer right now. I'm taking it out of it, and I am playing this character. Yeah. And I think that's fine. I think when you're too pushy, we could see right through it. Just like if you're trying to act too much in a show, in a movie, we see right through you. We're like, all right, this guy's a sucky actor. I think that's all it is. It's like you hit and missed. Yeah. Just like some fighters try to be really good. I'm sure every fighter tries to be really good, and some people just miss. So is it more WWE-esque? No. I think people are taking a page out of what the WWE is successful at, and that is the art of performing on the mic.
Yeah, exactly. The promo. You make it sexy where you want to tune in, where you have no choice but to tune in.
Yes.
I think.
What do you think?
Same thing. I agree. I enjoy the true martial artists, but there's times where it's just like it's fun to see characters.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's all it is.
Yeah, larger. It feels like the larger than life. Like McGregor is a perfect example, but hearing what Kobe did, just a little bit too much. There's a time like
it's arguable. It's arguable.
True.
It's arguable.
Okay, so in what I like, I'll say in my opinion, like what McGregor does, he'll talk trash, and then right after the match, respectful. Yeah, that's my cup of tea. But hey,
yeah. But that's the thing. He wasn't disrespecting Damian Maia. He said good things about his opponent.
Oh,
Damian
he did.
Maia.
Okay.
He was just saying, Brazil, you people are filthy, and this place is a dump.
Yeah, not bad at all. No problem.
But he didn't say anything about he respected his opponent.
Oh, okay.
He respected his opponent.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, which is all we want to see.
Yeah.
But still, in my eyes, number one, Chael.
Yeah.
By far. Connor's funny. He's fun to listen to. Yeah. Not better than Chael. Chael is clean. Chael is like the Denzel Washington of the MMA world. Like acting is pristine.
You
the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Or whoever else is your favorite actor, but is like a legit the best type of actor.
So he's the Keanu Reeves.
He's the Keanu Reeves.
He's that John Wick.
If Keanu Reeves, if you think Keanu Reeves is the best actor, then he's your Chael Sonnen.
I thought you were gonna throw some shade at me.
I like Keanu.
Okay, cool.
I like.
Is it because he does jiu-jitsu now?
No. You know what? I was actually watching a movie of his on the plane yesterday.
Okay. Which one?
It came out 2016.
2006. You don't like John Wick?
No. It was called like Exposed or something.
That sounds like a
Keanu,
like a Triple X type of movie.
Keanu, you shouldn't release that movie, dog.
Was it with like two girls?
I watched like 20.
This is getting
30
really bad.
minutes.
Let's just change.
Yeah.
Let's change the subject. Let's stick with McGregor. Right? He kind of
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, McGregor. What did McGregor do? He got a little trouble. A little Bellator action. Do you know any details?
I know.
That?
Yeah. So
fill us in.
It's actually very interesting.
Yeah.
because the referee, I think it was Mark Goddard. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So Conor's boy, his teammate, fought at Bellator, whatever, number one ever.
You could tell right off the bat that Abe is a huge fan. But I'd say, which Bellator? Bellator, whatever.
Yeah.
Bellator, I think it's one who gives a crap.
See, Bellator is like shopping at like Marshalls.
It is.
It's like you
It's
get
like
all the old
WCW.
stuff. You get all the old stuff for cheap.
Yeah.
We still like it. Like, you'll find nice things there. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, I got this dope shirt. It's Sean John.
Well, you'll find a gem here and there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a velour?
Oh,
Sean John?
Boom.
Damn, daddy.
I saw this at Macy's 5 years ago, but I'll take it.
I'll take it.
So, Conor's boy fought, and it was very interesting. This world of confusion happens.
Okay.
His boy lands a devastating blow on his opponent.
Yes.
His opponent goes down. The crowd roars. The referee's like, oh, crap, I can't hear a thing. The place is so loud. Let me make the judgment because I know the round is about to end soon.
Okay.
I'm going to call the round, not the fight.
Gotcha.
Even though it's poor timing because he just knocked the guy down, landed a nasty shot.
Okay.
The guy's like done. Like when you look at it, it looks like a stoppage, right?
Okay.
It's like when I knocked you out the other day, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, stop the fight, or stop the training session."
Wait, hold on. Who's here? Sarah. We're at Abe's house. He might be talking about Sarah.
Hey, I don't beat my wife.
He just beats himself.
That was a good one. So, it's a legit stoppage if he did. But since the referee couldn't hear, the crowd roar was so loud.
Okay.
In his words, he says he couldn't hear and tell if the round ended. So he made the judgment call to end the round. Not to end the fight. But everybody thought, because no one else heard the bell, everyone thought and assumed the fight is over.
Yeah.
So people rushed in. The corners rushed in. The corners started hugging. Conor jumps over. Conor's he's not a registered corner man.
Okay.
You have to be registered. And I think it's 3 corner men, unless it's a title fight, then it's 4, something like that.
No.
He's not registered. He's just a fan.
Yeah.
And they give him leeway because he's Conor. He gets to walk around and shit.
Yeah.
So he runs, jumps over the fence, which he can't do unless they allow him in.
Yeah.
Jumps over the fence, goes nuts, runs at his friend, like in a celebratory way.
Okay.
Jumps at him, like hugging him. Actually pulls guard. It's funny. But the referee's trying to take hold of the situation. In the referee's mind,
it's not over.
He stopped the round, not the fight.
Yeah.
And everybody's jumping in because everybody thinks he stopped the fight. So now he's kind of in a position where he has to stop the fight. But basically, as all that was happening, that actually happened to be the same referee that yelled at Conor when his boy Artem was fighting a few weeks ago, maybe like a month ago, and against Andre Fili. And Conor wasn't a cornerman then, and he was following the match around the octagon and shouting through the fence. You're not a cornerman, like instructions and stuff like that. And the referee had to stop the fight and actually say, Conor, please, you're intruding. Go back to your seat. You're not a cornerman.
Yeah. Damn.
I can't hear anybody because you're shouting. Be a cornerman if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So I guess Conor was still a little upset about that. So when he jumped in,
a little salty.
He hugged his boy. The referee was trying to pull him off. He pushes the referee.
Oh.
He starts going crazy, starts screaming at the referee because he's still heated about it. And that's where. So like, not only did the referee kind of mess up, but due to circumstances, it's kind of an accident.
Yeah.
But also Conor flips out on him and actually touches the referee, which is the number
one
thing.
It's a little too much, man.
The number one thing you can't do is touch the official.
Don't touch. No touchy.
Yeah. If you touch the official in basketball, you're kicked out. But it's like whatever, right?
Yeah.
This is a fight, though.
Mm-hmm.
The referee, the last thing he should fear is that one of these killers is going to kill him.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot. Not in anything professional, or maybe it has, but you've seen people attack refs. Like in these amateur or like in high school, even like junior or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it in boxing too.
Yeah.
Where a guy
it's crazy, man. But is this one of those things just like Conor has to know his role? It's just too much power.
Yeah. I think that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just thought he can get away with it. Or you know what? I don't know what it was, but he was too comfortable in there to be able to think he could do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And you can't do any of those things.
Yeah.
You can't jump over unless somebody pulls you in, and you certainly can't touch the referee.
Yeah. I think it's a mistake too with the people around him. It's people aren't helping it. He probably gets away with a lot of things. So it's one of those like, oh, I could jump into this belt, or I can't. I'm not gonna take you guys seriously. You guys are a carnival act. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like who are you guys to stop me?
Yeah,
I'm a champion.
Exactly, and regardless of, I mean, he did all that, and then to top it off, there was controversy because people were flipping out because the fight wasn't stopped. The round was over. So like, it was like two things in one.
That's a lot of stuff. Yeah. So is it true that they pulled him off a fight card because of this?
No, because he wasn't even on a fight card.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Conor wasn't even, they didn't publicize or announce any fight. They did say that most likely he's fighting March, and most likely it'll be Tony Ferguson. That's what Dana White has been saying.
Yeah, he says a lot of things.
And that UFC happens to be in March that they're saying they pulled him off of. But that's neither
There's
here
no
nor
way.
there. Yeah.
There's no way you're going to pull him off.
Exactly. And here's the thing. He'll probably get a big monetary fine.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So
it's
like
probably gonna be like 10 cents to him.
I could see if they fine him like $100,000, something substantial to his account. I mean, I don't know his accounting, but I'm sure $100,000 is like, it's something.
Yeah.
And probably give him like a suspension or a probation period, like
wrist.
a 3-month suspension.
Yeah.
Which if he's planning on fighting March, it kind of like doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
I think they should set an example, but a year off is a bad idea. Like, he just needs a slap on the wrist. He doesn't need counseling. I
don't think it was controversial, or I don't think what he did would warrant such a suspension.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
Like maybe if he attacked the ref, if he punched someone, But it's not one of those.
Yeah,
and he hasn't done this.
No, he's never done anything like this.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made a ruckus, but he's never actually touched a ref or this is a situation. And everybody's allowed to make mistakes. I'm not saying he's forgiven. I mean, maybe he is. Did he do anything to be the only person that could forgive him is the people that he affected.
True.
And that's the ref. That's the other gentleman's corner. That's the athletic commission. Whatever.
Yeah, gotcha.
I think he needs a slap on the wrist. I think that's as far as it should go.
Okay.
So,
Dope.
Let's talk about this.
What's up, man? What you
Couple
got?
injuries.
What you
Dominic
got?
Cruz out. He's no longer fighting Jimmy Rivera. But, another guy is injured, Frankie Edgar.
Oh, yeah.
But who's replacing Frankie?
Ooh,
My boy.
Your boy is
Jose
back.
Aldo is back, you sons of bitches.
His boy is back.
And he's coming for blood.
It's just funny. Every time I see Jose, I just see Abe right next to him, like right over the shoulder.
Hey, listen, you can't say I'm not a ride or die.
No, you are a ride or die.
You can't say I'm not a bandwagon hopper.
Nah, you definitely are.
Hey, Jose Aldo's back.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are they didn't have to give him the fight. He could have easily earned it by fighting somebody else, and it would have been
wipe the floor with them.
And it would have been cool. It would have been cool to see Aldo fight a rematch with Cub Swanson.
Okay.
It would have been cool to see Aldo fight Yair Rodriguez.
Ooh.
Like there's a couple other fights that if
that would be sexy.
Yeah, and all Aldo needs is one more win to get back to the title fight. It's not like he got blown out by Max Holloway.
No, it was actually close.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you could argue that he won the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, you could.
Or 1.5.
I just remember after that fight, I'm like, do I text Abe? Or do I not text Abe? Because this one hurts. I know this one hurts.
Yeah. You know what? I've learned to be a fan with limits.
True.
Now I watch the fight, and as long as it's a good performance, I don't care who wins.
There's a lot of pain in your voice right now. I still hear your heart breaking.
But no, he did. It was a good fight. It didn't look like Jose Aldo's end of his career.
He wasn't dominated.
He wasn't dominated. No. And it was good exchange. It was a good fight.
Yeah.
Do you make it happen immediately as a rematch? I think had they given, let's say they did this, right? I think Cub Swanson definitely, because Cub Swanson and Frankie were the guys who were next in line, and they picked Frankie, which they should have. But like, all right, Frankie's out. Let's give it to Cub Swanson.
I agree.
Let Jose Aldo fight somebody else. Let's get excited about Aldo again.
It would have been nice to see a fresher fight.
Exactly. And then build this
Exactly.
fight from the ground zero. Not have it 2 weeks notice. We can't even get excited about. Well, we can get excited.
We still get excited, but not as excited.
We can't build it.
Yeah.
So, but either way, it's a good fight. Here's the thing, though. What if Aldo wins?
That's crazy.
We're back to where we started, where the whole freaking the whole weight class is at a standstill again. Where now this one guy has defeated everybody again.
Yeah.
I mean, with the exception that he fights guys he hasn't fought in years. Like him versus Cub Swanson is a good fight because he knocked out Cub Swanson with a flying knee in 10 seconds 10 years ago.
But a lot of things change.
A lot of things change.
Cub Swanson isn't that just that WEC fighter that you just need to fill in.
No. Cub Swanson is
What
just as good as Max Holloway.
What he did to Dooho Choi.
Woo.
And what happened? Where is he?
Dooho?
Yeah.
Drinking a Yoo-hoo.
Who? Where's Dooho?
Dooho, man.
Yeah, I gotta look it up because
the
past like 2 weeks. I'm like, I don't know why I thought about him. Maybe I was watching a Korean movie and I saw Superman logo somewhere, and I was like, oh, what happened to Dooho Choi?
Yeah, Superboy. I don't know what happened to him. I believe he had a fight since then.
Yeah,
we gotta look him up. But yeah, I mean,
but what he did to him, and we thought Dooho Choi was going to be the next big thing.
Yeah. Well, the UFC put him against their gatekeeper, Cub Swanson.
A what keeper?
I guess.
I said a gate. Oh, okay. Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
Okay. Sorry. Moving on.
As what they thought was their gatekeeper,
Psych.
Cub Swanson. Kaboom.
He said, "Keep this, bitch."
So Cub Swanson is trying to prove that he's not a gatekeeper, that he's a contender.
Yes.
So, we'll see. Now, what do you think happens if Aldo loses to Max Holloway?
Shoot.
Which I don't like for Aldo because losing 2 in a row is bad enough. But when you lose 2 in a row to the champ, that's way worse.
What's next? Does he move up in weight? Because I think he never wanted to move up in weight because of RDA, right? RDA was over there, and weren't they boys?
No. He never moved up. He was going to move up. Actually, they had a big thing with him fighting Pettis.
Yeah.
And then that blew over, and then he wanted to fight Khabib, but Khabib wasn't the champ.
Oh,
and that blew over. I think it just like the world would happen. Everything happened.
I didn't even know him and Khabib.
That was close to being
that
happening.
sexy.
Yeah.
And speaking of Pettis, what I didn't get to see the fight with Pettis and
great fight.
Poirier.
Great fight. Back and forth as it could be.
Oh, okay.
Straight up good fight.
Yeah.
It looked like Poirier started to
put things
take
together.
Control of start to get the better of the exchanges I think it ended in the 3rd or 4th round. I believe it was the 3rd round. Whatever. But that round, Dustin he had the back.
Okay.
He had the body triangle on the back, and if you train, you know that body triangle sucks to have around your waist. The guy's squeezing. He's trying to punch you. He's trying to choke you. There's not much wiggle room.
Yeah.
But there is escapes for it.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what's his name? Anthony Pettis.
Yes.
Basically, he tries to isolate both arms to one side and then snake his back to the mat and allow the other guy to take mount.
Mm-hmm.
And as he was doing that, a lot of times what happens is the guy acknowledges, lets go of the body triangle, and just accepts the mount. But Poirier didn't let go of the body triangle. I think he wanted to keep it in the mount, which is tough to have. A lot of times because your own knees get
all that
fucked
pressure.
up.
Yeah.
But as they were transitioning, that body triangle was too much, and it looked like Anthony Pettis popped a rib or something. Because you're in this tight space.
And you're just trying to
and
smash
you're spinning.
it. Yeah.
And it looked like he kind of busted a rib and tapped because of injury.
Oh,
yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought, just from the pictures, it looked like he got on body triangle. I was like, oh, he must have got him with a rear naked. Ooh.
Yeah. Really good fight, though.
Before that, who did you have winning?
I think it was even, man.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Because it was a 5-round fight, so there was still 2 rounds left.
Gotcha.
Something like that, yeah. I think it ended in the 3rd. It's still 2 rounds left.
Yeah.
It was pretty even. I think. I mean, in that particular situation, you have to look at who was on top.
Yeah.
As far as like not literal on top, but momentum wise.
Got you.
And that was Dustin because he had the back. He was attacking to the mount.
Gotcha.
Like the guy's, I guess, winning the fight at the end of the day.
No, that makes sense.
Whoever ends up on top is the winner.
Pettis is hurt.
Yeah. But it sucks because Pettis is another fight that he loses but shines.
Yeah. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Tough. That's a tough out.
Once a champion, now We don't know where he goes.
Yeah, man.
And this is 155. He shouldn't be that small for 155.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I don't know. Now, I don't know if he goes to 170. Is he tall enough and just fights those guys? Because now those guys are going to be a little slower.
Yeah.
Maybe he's having trouble with guys that are faster than him.
He could build up just like the way Cerrone did. I
Yes.
saw that the size difference of Cerrone when he first came into UFC till now. I didn't realize it. Man, he got big.
He got
Like,
big.
it's not like Cerrone is big, really, but
No.
when you see his first few fights, you're like, oh, he put on some good size.
Yeah.
He put on some good size.
Gradually.
Man. Yeah, gradually. So he had that body type of like the James Vick
Mm-hmm.
type of thing where maybe we'll see that with James Vick where he kind of fills out
Yeah.
like Bones Jones, but maybe Bones Jones was a bad example because he went
No,
to
but
the
you're
he
right.
went to the wrong GNC.
Went to the wrong vitamin shop. Hey, can I get the
Let me get that juices loose.
Hey, no, not. Let me get the fruit punch flavor.
Oh yeah, that. Let me get that Razzie Tazzy.
Hey, is everything on this label in the box? At least everything. I'll take it.
Perfect. Sign me up. Oh, this is on clearance. Oh, it's $30 off. Yeah.
Hold on, why is it on clearance? Oh, because they're just changing the formula.
Oh, the formula. Oh, this is. It says here made in China.
Is that true? Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
take
take it. Give me 3 more.
Hold on, can I ask one more question? Are other supplements made in the same factory? Yes. Done. Give me 2 of them.
Sign me up, buddy. So let's move on. Let's get into a little jiu-jitsu. I just, off the top of the head, is there anything right now that's in the jiu-jitsu world that you're excited for? Or
Well, I guess the Nogi Worlds is coming up.
okay.
Interesting thing, Metamorph is coming back.
Okay, boom.
They're setting up an event. Metamorph has had a bad rap.
I thought they were out.
Yeah.
So when I saw that come up, I'm like, wait, am I reading this right?
Basically, the Metamorph organization, they're a company that was putting on events of just straight up jiu-jitsu matches, like a UFC event, where it's 10 jiu-jitsu one-on-one matches as opposed to tournament style.
Were they the first ones to come out with that?
They were the first big one to come out with like super fights and like sub-only super fights.
Okay.
So after like 5 or 6, they started not being able to afford to pay some of the fighters for whatever reason. And no one was complaining until one guy did.
One dude.
One guy that broke the camel's back, that was AJ Agazarm.
Broke the shit out of that back.
For good reason.
He didn't just break the back.
Yeah.
He sawed it off.
He didn't get paid, and he was really pissed off about it. And what I don't like is when people try to tarnish the reputation, try to take food, you're trying to force people homeless.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But he went above and beyond as far as tarnishing the reputation and caused a whole stir up. And now basically publicly what Metamorph announced was this event specifically is to help pay back all the athletes they didn't have the money to pay back.
Oh, interesting. Did not know about that. Okay.
So that's literally what it's for,
Nice.
and that's their main goal.
Okay.
Which is, you know what? I like that, the honesty. Hey, this is what we're trying to do. We want to recoup from this. We want to recover, and we want to show you fans that we are the real deal and that we made mistakes, and we're trying to make up for it.
I respect that.
So this event, straight up, buy the pay-per-view so we could pay back all the athletes, so we could get back on the right foot. And the way they're headlining the card is with the creator, Holly Gracie. The guy's coming out, and he's fighting Gordon Ryan. Like, if you can't respect the guy for that, I don't know what you can respect.
Well, there's
him
not much a man can do than tell you exactly what his motives are to pay everyone back, and then he's going to face a monster.
Yes.
A monster among men.
Exactly. And I guarantee he's not taking any money for he's not going to take any money for it. Literally all the money he's getting is to pay back all the athletes. I'm sure Gordon is getting money, but I don't know. I would be interested to see if Gordon is doing this for free to pay back all the athletes.
Which
I doubt, but that would
be really cool.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be dope.
He shouldn't.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
But imagine.
I would appreciate him even more. I respect him a whole lot already, but I'm like, oh man, that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah. But you know what?
But he shouldn't.
But he shouldn't. He shouldn't. I could see how he would be like, listen, man, give me X amount so that you can, like, I want to take less than what I would normally accept.
Yeah.
Right? If you normally get, let's say, 5 G's for a match like that, give me 2.5, use the rest to pay back. But if I find out that you took $1, you're done.
I'll choke that ass out. Next time I won't.
So I respect Holly Gracie. I mean, we have a little bias because we had him on the podcast, but I have no bias towards him.
Yeah.
He did some wrong, but he's done some right. And I believe that Hollick, he He's a warrior.
Yeah.
I mean, his last Metamorphs, he fought freaking Gary Tonin.
Yeah.
He challenged Gary Tonin. He lost to him, but he challenged him and he lost. And he had a good fight.
That was a good fight.
Now he's fighting a guy more his size and Gordon, who's just as dangerous. In fact,
if not more dangerous.
Because he's much bigger.
Yeah.
And Gary Tonin's student.
Yeah.
And Gordon Ryan, I got to respect that. And I hope he makes everybody right. And honestly, I really hope that this is what brings Metamorphs back.
Me too.
Because Metamorphs was honestly my favorite event to watch.
Yeah. Though those promos, man, that's when I first jumped into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So I was watching this. I'm like, I didn't know who. Name some people off the top of your head, black belts that were a part of it.
Like their first matches.
Female. What's her name? I can't even think of her name. Just kick me off the show right now. She's in MMA right now.
Mackenzie.
Yeah, Mackenzie Dern. I'm like, who's this? And when who's
this?
Who's this baby girl? Where we at? You know what I mean? Like, or seeing like Kit Dale.
Yeah.
His promo against Gary.
Yes.
That's the stuff that kind of gets you.
Kron was in it, or Kron.
Oh yeah.
Buchecha versus
Hodger.
Hodger was the first main event.
Yeah.
Like some great match. Eddie Bravo versus Hoyle Gracie number 2.
Yeah.
Which was an amazing match.
So seeing all those, and now looking back, I'm like, man, this is pretty dope. Just to So I really do hope they come back and
yeah.
And
let's not forget, Metamorphs' original goal, their original mission was to get the fighters, as funny as it sounds, was to give a platform for the fighters to actually make real money in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Right? So that was his whole goal, to one day allow jiu-jitsu fighters to make $1 million fighting.
Because you know damn well it's
never going to happen, but it's just not that exciting.
Yeah.
To warrant that. Like, and I love jiu-jitsu, but it's not that exciting. You have to accept the facts.
Yeah.
There's things that are way more exciting. But that was the original goal. So I hope that they bring it back, and I hope that this event goes smoothly. They pay everybody off. No one can say any more bad things. And above all, I hope that they have a financial backer that goes with them.
True.
You know, because that's what they actually lost in the beginning. They had a financial backer that kind of left them, and that's when they went kind of south.
When it times.
Yeah. You know, another thing that you can use when you don't have a financial backer is a coupon code.
Oh, true.
So,
speaking of coupon codes,
one coupon code you can use,
I think we got a couple.
Yeah, is when you go to invertedgear.com and you're like shopping around for a gi, let's say a rash guard.
It is that time of it's what is it? Christmas? Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, Black Friday sales.
Ooh, hello.
There's about to be a Black Friday sale. Use the coupon code ShowTheArt15. You save extra 15% off. Guys, go to invertedgear.com. Take advantage of that. You don't need a financial backer. In fact, you especially don't need a financial backer because you should
financially back your other friends.
Boom. And use this coupon code. And let's say group it all up, the order.
Yeah.
ShowTheArt15 is a coupon code, and you all save 15% off and have a very happy Thanksgiving.
And let's just say you save some good money. What else can we go shopping a little bit more? Because you just don't go to Amazon Prime and finish shopping. You go to Target, you go to Walmart.
Dude, whatever money you save that Inverted Gear, now you take that money, you double it.
Yes.
Right? Then you go to vapebright.com. .org, sorry.
Hello.
Vapebright.org. BRIGHT.org. Organization. Org.
Okay. Didn't know it was a organization. It's good to know. Totally serious.
Order one set of Vape-Bright
or two
100% organic
or
CBD oil vaporizer. They have this starter pack where it comes with the cartridge and the vaporizer. Good for your lungs. Good for your inflammation.
Yeah, if you guys are training, man,
dude.
If you're going in whether 1, 2, 3, 5 times, 10 times, give your body some recovery, dog.
And it's completely legal.
Mm-hmm.
Street legal, that is.
Street legal.
No, it's legal. And guys, order it. It helps out inflammation. It helps out you recover. It can help you calm down a little bit. Like it's supposed to help you like relax a little bit. There's zero THC. It's not going to get you high. It's going to get you as drunk as drinking a kombucha would.
Ooh, kombucha me, baby.
So me and Ames use it. We train all the time. We break our bodies down. We need to build it back up.
Build it back up. Recover.
Use the coupon code ShowTheArt and you save some good money.
You know what else? Speaking of training, you know what I like to use that's a legal performance-enhancing drug?
What's that?
Caffeine.
Oh, Chimera coffee?
Oh,
Did I read your
dog?
Did I read your tongue?
Are you in my mind right now?
I think so.
Get out.
Okay.
Get back in.
Okay.
Now tell them about Chimera Coffee.
Go to chimeracoffee.com, type in the coupon code Show the Art, and you'll save some good money on some high quality nootropic NOO TROI whatever PIC infused coffee.
Boom.
If you don't know what nootropics are, Google them. They help your brain think a little better. They help you be a little bit more snappy.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Snap
Allow
that.
you to remember that word you can't remember. See? Boom.
Gotcha, dog.
And save some good money. Coupon code Show the Art. Save all that money that you save from those 3 companies.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Show the.
You can pay your mortgage, or you can go to showtheart.com
and subscribe to our yoga and jiu-jitsu website. That's it. Boom.
You can't go wrong,
guys. After that, you can't go wrong. After that,
so if you take all these coupon codes, you probably save yourself maybe 10 G's a month.
At the very least.
At the very least.
So, guys, do that. Make a clean run for it, and we hope you like the podcast. If you do, use the iTunes review. Use the iTunes review button and give us a good review,
please.
And it would go a long way if you guys
help us out.
Write us a nice little
All right.
review,
We out.